Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mama and the Bag Brigade. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday / Halloween. Last day for this pink hat. We got a different little venue for everybody today because it's Halloween. So I am outside braving the mosquitoes. And yes, you can see some of my tattoos today, but thanks to my mom, Mama Peggy, we have candy for any possible trick-or-treaters, because now that I'm living in the city, that's a distinct possibility that there could be some trick-or-treaters. I don't know that for sure, but it's possible. So I got my Boggy Creek blanket here, the beginning of it anyway. And so I figured I would go ahead and get a little work done on it while I sit here and wait for some trick-or-treaters. And I will tell y'all about my day. So today, Mom and I went to go get Mama, and Mama being, my mother's name is Peggy. She watches all these, by the way. So say hello, y'all. And she had to return something to her doctor's office. And so I took her to do that. And then she needed to go and get prescriptions. So, and I also needed to pick up a prescription. And so we did that. And then we were both hungry. So we went to this Mexican restaurant that we've been meaning to try. And we went there, and it was fully authentic. It was really delicious. So I brought home some leftovers. And which Johnny will probably end up with. I got the chicken fajitas, and boy, that chicken was juicy. Wow, it was really good. And their guacamole was a bit more mixed up than I'm used to. I'm used to the guacamole being a little on the chunky side, you know, not fully meshed up, but a little bit on the chunky side. But theirs was real creamy, you know, kind of on the creamy side, which was good. Don't get me wrong, I liked it just fine. But I guess I've been used to other places where they just kind of sort of mix it up, but not fully mix it up, and where they leave chunks of avocado in there, you know. So that was, you know, but their homemade salsa was really good. And it had just enough heat in it to, you know, make it good salsa without being overbearing. And that's important when you have acid reflux, let me tell you. So, but it's just down the corner from where I live, so it's not that bad. It's not far from here. But I told Mama, since we were already in the area, we should go ahead and give it a try. And they weren't busy, because it was like 3-something in the afternoon. And they're always, seem to be always covered up, you know, covered up with a lot of people. I know a lot of y'all are from all over the world, so y'all might not understand the southern lingo. Covered up basically means very, very busy. So, anyway, so that's what that means. They're always covered up, lots of people. So, that's my neighbor. It's the first time I've actually seen her since we've been here. But, I just wanted to come on and do my daily vlog with y'all. This will be the last one for a couple of days. I'm going to take a couple of days just to kind of recuperate just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Of course, my mama had to point out that I need to redo the color on my hair. Why is it that mothers do that? And we talked about that we hadn't had our haircuts in a while. That she was thinking of having her hair cut, and I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to continue to let mine grow, or if I'm going to get it cut back off. I don't know. I hadn't decided. if it's an, you know, this in between hairstyle is a bit of a pain. I don't know if I want to continue to let it grow or go ahead and go get it cut back off to that no nonsense hairstyle that I also love so much. So I do like my no nonsense short hair, where I don't have to do much to it but just run my fingers through it and voila, it's done. I like that very much. It would make coloring the roots a little easier if there was a lot less of it. I do have the box of dye, I just have not done it yet. My left foot doesn't let me do a whole lot. It hurts quite often, so I don't get to it very often. That's why my roots end up being so noticeable before I get to do the color again, because I have to muster up the courage to redo it. Because going to the salon and getting it recolored is not an option, because that gets expensive. And my hair is kind of, I've been dyeing it for such a long time that it takes a long time for me. I have to leave the color on longer than most salon people are comfortable with. So they usually freak out if you leave it on longer than 30 minutes. And I have to leave mine on between 50 minutes and an hour. So they usually kind of are like, why are we... So needless to say, that's why I do it at home, because I don't need anyone freaking out. But I know what I'm doing. I've been doing my own hair color for quite some time, since I was 16, and I'm 49. So you do the math, right? Long time. I've made all the mistakes all the mistakes that can be made, I've probably made them. I once accidentally made my hair pink. Not just pink, hot pink. Yeah, I had to go to work that way. I was doing security in Memphis, Tennessee at the time, and I had to go to work with hot pink hair. It was hilarious, because I didn't have time to go get like a medium brown and tame it down. I ran out of time and didn't have time before work to go fix it. And so I had to go to work that way. So I just put one of the work ball caps over my head, but there was no hiding that hot pink hair under that cap. Some of the older ladies at work thought it was beautiful. I was quite embarrassed though. Hot pink hair as a security guard. Yeah, that was frowned upon, seriously. But the next day I had it fixed. I went and got me a box of medium brown and put on there, and it turned out to be a nice auburn color. And that looked perfectly fine. But it was a learning experience. And some years back I did it like a turquoise color, and quickly learned that that's not my color. Didn't quite match my skin tone. That, and anybody, I don't know if it's just the old woman in me that says, no, you're a little too old to have turquoise hair, even though turquoise is my favorite color. But having turquoise hair is a whole nother matter, right? But this color suits me just fine. This is my permanent hair color. This is the color that I will have until the good Lord calls me home. This very true red, this bold red, this is my hair color. This is where I feel comfortable. So, and it's a box dye, but it's made by Garnier Nutrice, and I think it's just called True Red. I think it's what it's called. But I like it just fine. And I'm hoping they always make it. But they just change the picture on the box is what they do. From time to time, they change the picture on the box. And that's to be expected. Companies change things to keep things interesting, to keep people interested in their product. So, I'm trying to fight the mosquitoes. I don't see any trick-or-treaters anywhere. So we probably won't be out here too long. Let's see, this video is 10 minutes so far. So we'll give it another few minutes and then we'll call it a day. But, I mean, I saw some kids at Walmart when I was waiting for Mom to come back out that were in costumes. They were cute. They were like little dinosaurs. And then I saw a lady in traffic that had, I want to say it was bright green hair. I think it was a wig. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it was a wig. But, yeah, she had like some bright, like neon green hair. And she was driving. It was a big old wig. Big old poofy wig. But yeah, I think it was on my way home. After I dropped Mom back off at her apartment, it was a lady with a big old poofy wig that was neon green. Otherwise, I would have said, "Hey, Mom, look at that." But I do have this big old thing of candy. I was kind of hoping to give it away. But, well, at least I know my neighbor's friendly. She will wave if she sees me. But I really don't know about no trick-or-treaters. But the dogs are inside put up in my room. You hear those bells, Johnny? That's the bells to that church. That Catholic church not too far. There's a Catholic church not too far from here. And I can hear its bells. Probably saying that it's 6 o'clock. Or something along those lines. And there's somebody's puppy. Surprised the neighbor's dog isn't barking. He barks at everything that moves. And I'm surprised Melly ain't out here. Our little outdoor kitty that we feed every day. I call her Melly because she's really loud. She's very vocal. But I guess she's got her belly full for today, so she's not out here. She only comes out and gets loud when she's hungry. But I do notice that our food, the fact that we're feeding her, is working because she's no longer skin and bones like she was. She was pretty skinny when we started feeding her. But now that we're feeding her, she's got a little, you know, she's not round or anything like that. I was a little worried that she might have worms, but her belly's not like pot belly. It's not like, you know, like you would expect it if they had worms. She's just kind of filling in, you know, like you would expect if you were, you know, feeding something that had been hungry for a while. She's just starting to get a little weight on her. So, but we're at 14 minutes. Well, I don't even see a sign of anybody with small children. I'm going to get to the end of this row, and I think we're going to wrap it up, y'all. I hear crickets, though. I haven't heard a lot of crickets since we moved to the city. I kind of miss the sound of crickets. I don't miss, I mean, I thought it would be more noisy here in the city. You know, after moving from the country, I thought it would be noisier, but it hadn't been. Well, that didn't sound good. I hope that was just a vehicle or something. But that sounded, I don't know, heard this loud pow noise. There was somebody just down the road here on Saturday night that got shot in the back. I was glad my son was in a car, because we'll come home around the same time that that young man got shot. But he was in his car, and that young man was walking. And there was several people I read on the news app. I don't watch the news. If I'm curious about what's going on, I'll read it on the app, on the local news app, on my phone. And I noticed that there was like 3 different shootings Saturday night. I think someone must have been in their car just going around shooting folks, because it seemed like the folks that were getting shot were bystanders. Don't make no sense. Some folks just, but luckily, from what I understood, they were all, if I'm understanding correctly, and I could be wrong, they all were survivable injuries. I don't think any of them were fatal. So that's at least something. I see somebody walking, but I don't know if they're walking this way or the other way. No, they're walking the other way. And there are no children. Well, y'all, I guess we won't be seeing no trick-or-treaters while I'm sitting out here then. I guess I'll pack it up and go back in the house. I am gonna leave the candy on the table right inside the door, just in case they do knock on the door. And real periodically let the dogs out, and then put them back up once the sun goes down, because they might not come until after the sun, after the sun goes down. I don't know. But I hope y'all are having a very safe Halloween. As for me and John sat out here with me to protect me. Make sure that nobody come up and grab my phone while I was recording. But I'm not willing to brave the mosquitoes anymore. They like me too much. But anyway, y'all be safe. I love y'all. So does Jesus. God bless you. Remember to adopt, don't shop. Best friends waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I will see y'all later. Bye.